Good morning and welcome back to South Nutfield on yet another day of lockdown. Now today I've got a very special idea, very good. I've managed to get some ingredients everyone has asked for. A lot of my colleagues have asked me to do chicken wings, and I've finally found some chicken wings to do. So we're going to be doing some spicy chicken wings baked, which is excuse me, which is very, very nice and very, very crispy. But I've got a special secret ingredient to add in. Now let me take you to the ingredients. Let me start with the chicken. Chicken wings. Now I've dried these chicken wings overnight in the fridge. Got rid of all the wetness and all the damp, because wetness is not the friend of crispy chicken. So I implore you, please do not wash your chicken. Some people like to wash the chicken. All it does is push salmonella around your kitchen. So let's not wash it. Now let's start. The ingredients: chicken wings, which I've got there, and my spice rub, my spice mix. I have Ras Al Hanout, which is a North African spice, some Creole seasoning, some chili powder, which is quite strong, a little bit of Italian seasoning, some salt, and my secret ingredient for making it crispy, baking powder. Now you can add whichever spices you want, it's not a problem. Start by putting the chicken in the bowl and adding the spices. Just push it in there like that. Now, just simply add your spices. Let's add some Creole seasoning and some chili powder. Matter, it's all going to get mixed up in a minute anyway. Bit of Ras Al Hanout, bit of Italian seasoning. It's about a teaspoonful of everything, and finally 2 teaspoonfuls of baking powder. So there we go. Now I've got the spice mix in the chicken, and now we need to push it around. So let's just, with the tongs, let's just push them around so they get an even coating. Right, I'll try this now. Try to add it, just push them around, toss them up in the seasoning. It smells nice again, I've got to add. It does smell nice. That's not bad at all. Right, that's my seasoning ready. What I'm going to do now is put the wings on my rack. Now I have them on a rack with foil underneath it. Very important to have a rack so that the air goes round, it cooks nice and evenly. And try not to have the wings touching, because we want them to cook evenly. Oh, look, nice spices. I think we've probably got about a dozen wings. Now if they're very big, you can always cut them in half, or that would be a good idea. But these aren't so big. They're very nice. Okay, so we've now got them on my rack, all with lovely seasoning on them, which is making me sneeze. Excuse me, it's the seasoning that's making me sneeze a little bit. Right, I'll just finish it off, put a bit in the bowl, throw it on. Waste not, want not, remember that, you know that, my Yorkshire theory. Just keep on there. Now, what I'm going to do now is pop these in my oven for about 35-40 minutes. It takes quite a long time to cook because it's chicken, it has to be cooked nicely. So let's just pop it in the oven and see what happens. There we go, in the oven it goes. And let's put the timer on for 35. I'll put it actually for 20, then I'll turn them at 20 minutes. Because they need turning. So they're in the oven, nicely done. Now next we have to make, well we don't have to make, but I'm going to make a dipping sauce to go with them. Ribs, chicken wings with dipping sauce, absolutely lovely. Now what can I do? I thought about doing spicy tomato, but everybody does that. So I'm going to do avocado. So we need a fairly ripe avocado. I'm just going to cut the avocado in half, like so. And as you can see, a nice ripe avocado. Now just take out the, there you go, it comes out sweet as nuts, as they say. Take it off. Now let's just scoop the avocado flesh into the bowl. A bit like guacamole this. And that's fairly simple and straightforward, isn't it? If you've got a mixer, you can use a mixer or a blender, but I like to do it by hand. Now, I'll get rid of these for a minute. I've got some minced garlic, which I minced with Creole seasoning, which I'm going to add to it. I've got some sour cream, and I've got some lemon juice, so let's get going. We'll use about half of that. I like a bit of garlic, but not too much, so there you go. That's nice. We need the lemon juice. Let's do some lemon juice. We'll keep its lovely vibrant green colour. I do like avocados. Not quite as much as Mrs. Davies likes avocados. Right, let's put some sour cream in there. A couple of dollops. There we go. Now we need to mix it up. I need to get a fork to do that really. Wait a second. And I will mysteriously appear with a fork for mashing. Because they're quite well ripe, we don't need to have it very much mixing, mashing. We'll mix it all together. Oh, it smells lovely. I think it's important to have a sort of creamy sauce with the dips, because the dips will be quite spicy and these will not be spicy. This will be a good foil for the avocado. Now look at that colour. Now my son would call that Ghostbuster slime coloured, if you remember Ghostbusters, but I love the colour of that. I'm going to have a little taste to make sure the seasoning's right and see if there's anything else we need for the seasoning. So, have a taste. That's lovely. Got a hint of garlic and a little bit of sharpness from the lemon. So it's a really nice thing to do. Now we're going to wait for it to cook and then come back and have a look at it and taste it all together. So, see you in a minute. Well, it's been about 35-40 minutes we've had them in the oven. I turned them once or twice and now they're out, and I've had them cooling for 5 minutes because I don't think we can eat them too hot. They've come out quite nice and crispy and ready to go. So I'm going to try my first one. Try this one. I'm going to have my dip with it. Cut in half. Oh, it's still a bit hot. I'm going to take a little bit of dip out, put it on the plate. Oh, I think you need the cooling dip. Just try a bit. Now, that is so nice. A little bit of spice, cooled down with a beautiful, what I call the slime avocado. Delicious. I hope you enjoy it. Spicy chicken wings, come back and see us. Stay safe, be good, bye bye.